Everyone wants to know their future. Everyone wants to see what's coming. That's why people check horoscopes. That's why they ask fortune tellers. That's why they look for signs in the stars. They want certainty. They want someone to tell them it will all work out. But let me tell you the truth that nobody wants to admit. Your future is not hidden in the stars. It's written in your habits. Your future is visible in your daily little things. Look at your morning. Do you hit snooze 3 times, or do you get up when you said you would? Look at your evening. Do you scroll for hours numbing yourself, or do you use the last minutes of the day to build something? Look at what's on your plate, at the words you speak, at how you spend a single hour. That's your future. Not in theory. Not in dreams. In practice. Your daily little things are a mirror that reflects exactly who you will become. Most people don't want to believe this. They want to believe their destiny will change with one big breakthrough. One lottery ticket. One promotion. One relationship. One miracle. They worship the big moment. But the truth is crueler and simpler. Your big moment is built or destroyed by small ones. The choices you make when no one is watching decide everything. You think they don't matter. You think nobody sees. But your future sees. Your future is visible in your daily little things. Think about this. A student who studies 15 minutes a day looks lazy compared to the one who crams for 10 hours before the exam. But look again, years later. The one who did a little every day carries knowledge like breathing. The one who crammed remembers nothing. Tiny choices compound. Small actions multiply. The little things win. That's the myth I'm here to break. The myth that greatness is built in giant leaps. No. Greatness is built in small steps. You think you need to wait for a perfect opportunity. You think you need a burst of motivation. But it's not the big things that change your life. It's the little ones you repeat daily. And when you start to see this, everything changes. Mini story 1. There was a boy who wanted to get stronger. He couldn't afford a gym. He felt small. Every day, he did 10 push-ups in his bedroom. That's all. 10. It looked like nothing. His friends laughed. But he didn't stop. 10 turned into 20. 20 turned into 50. Years later, he was built like a warrior. People asked him what his secret was. He smiled. The secret was the daily little things. Do you feel the power? Because this is not theory. This is not abstract. This is physics. This is math. Compounding is not just for money. It's for effort. It's for health. It's for relationships. Small investments, made daily, create exponential results. Neglect them, and you create exponential decay. Most people, they underestimate the small. They think one cigarette doesn't matter. One missed workout doesn't matter. One lie doesn't matter. But they do. They all do. Because little things stack. One by one. Day after day. And they shape the person you become. That person is your future. That person who skips the workout is building a weaker body for tomorrow. That person who wastes the evening is building a distracted mind for tomorrow. That person who spends recklessly is building poverty for tomorrow. Your future is not waiting far away. Your future is being built now, brick by brick, choice by choice. The refrain must burn into your mind. Your future is visible in your daily little things. Say it again. Whisper it when you wake. Repeat it when you're tempted to quit. Shout it when you feel like your effort doesn't matter. Because it does. It all matters. Mini story 2. A woman dreamed of becoming a writer. She waited for inspiration. She waited for the perfect mood. It never came. Until one day, she promised herself 1 paragraph a day. Just 1. Some days she wrote a paragraph. Some days she wrote pages. Years later, she had written novels. Not because of one great burst of creativity, but because of daily little things. Do you see? The secret is not hidden. It's right in front of you. And it's terrifying, because it means you are responsible. No one is coming to save you. No miracle will rewrite your life. You are writing it every single day, with every tiny act. Your toothbrush. Your meals. Your words. Your focus. Every little thing is a prophecy. Every little thing is a vote for the person you are becoming. And here is the contrast. Most people live blind to this. They waste hours and say, it's just one day. They waste days and say, it's just 1 year. But years are made of days. Decades are made of hours. Futures are built from the little things. That person, the one who rises, sees it. They understand the power. They live with awareness. And because of it, they win. Your future is visible in your daily little things. Mini story 3. A man wanted to get out of debt. He dreamed of financial freedom. But every month, he spent recklessly, telling himself, it's just a coffee. It's just a meal out. It's just one little thing. The little things buried him. Until he flipped the script. He started saving small, spending wisely, paying attention. At first, it looked like nothing. Then momentum built. Years later, he was debt-free, investing, thriving. His future was visible in the little things he chose daily. Do you understand the danger now? The small is not neutral. The small is not harmless. Every little thing you do is a seed. Some seeds grow into strength, others into weakness. Some into health, others into disease. Some into wealth, others into poverty. And the tragedy is that most people never connect today's seed with tomorrow's harvest. They think today's decision is isolated. It never is. Look at your phone. Look at the apps you open first thing in the morning. That is your future. Look at your plate. That is your future. Look at how you spend the quiet moments when no one is watching. That is your future. You don't need a fortune teller. You don't need a crystal ball. Your future is visible in your daily little things. Most people ignore this truth because it's uncomfortable. They want to believe their future is out of their control. They want to believe it depends on fate, or luck, or someone else's decision. That way, they're not responsible. But the truth makes you responsible. If your future is shaped by little things, then you have no excuse. You cannot hide. You cannot blame. You must own it. Mini story 4. A student wanted better grades. He wasn't stupid. He wasn't lazy. But he doubted himself. He compared himself to others and thought he'd never catch up. Until he started doing one simple thing, studying 30 minutes every night. Not 10 hours before the exam. Just 30 minutes. Slowly, his grades improved. His confidence grew. He became the student everyone admired. The future had always been visible in his daily little things. And now let's break the myth of big change. People think their lives will shift with one huge decision. A new year. A new job. A new move. But the truth is, the big change is an illusion. The big change is nothing more than the accumulation of small changes that came before. You don't become successful the day you sign the contract. You became successful in the countless little actions that led there. You don't become healthy the day you cross a finish line. You became healthy in the hundreds of small runs, the meals you didn't skip, the choices you repeated. So stop worshiping the big. Start mastering the small. The small is where power lives. The small is where destiny hides. And here is the greatest danger of all, neglect. Neglecting the small is what destroys futures. Not one huge mistake. Not one catastrophic failure. It's the little neglects, repeated daily, that eat away at your potential. I'll do it tomorrow. It doesn't matter. Just this once. Those phrases are poison. Because they let the weeds grow. And weeds, left unchecked, destroy the garden. The refrain must thunder now. Your future is visible in your daily little things. Engrave it. Live it. Because when you finally see it, life stops being a mystery. You realize you don't need luck. You don't need fate. You need awareness. You need discipline. You need to own the little things. Most people, they'll keep ignoring this. They'll say, one day I'll change. But that day never comes, because change is never one day. Change is daily. That person, the rare one, knows this. That person doesn't wait. That person pays attention. That person makes the little things sacred. And that's why they become who they were meant to be. So as you step into tomorrow, remember, your destiny is not hidden. It is visible. Visible in what you eat. Visible in how you speak. Visible in what you choose when no one is watching. And one day, when people call you lucky, when they say you had some big break, you'll smile. Because you'll know the truth. Your future was visible all along. Your future was visible in your daily little things. Most people imagine the future as something far away, mysterious, unpredictable. They think life will suddenly shift with luck, or with a miracle, or with one dramatic decision. But the truth is harsher and simpler. Your future is visible right now. It's visible in how you treat the smallest choices. It's visible in the daily little things you think don't matter. Most people, they waste mornings. They scroll before they stand. They eat what numbs them, not what fuels them. They speak words that tear down instead of words that build. Then they wonder why their future looks bleak. That person, the rare one, uses mornings as foundations. They choose movement over stillness, reading over scrolling, effort over apathy. And years later, the difference is a chasm. Not because of one great moment, but because of little daily things. Mini story 1. A young man wanted to change his life. He thought he needed a breakthrough. A perfect business idea. A mentor. A miracle. But nothing came. Until he made one small choice. Every day, he would wake up and write down 3 things he was grateful for. At first, it felt trivial. But weeks later, his perspective shifted. He became more focused, more positive, more driven. That tiny ritual changed his energy, his relationships, his work. Years later, he credited his success not to one big idea, but to daily little things. Discipline versus feelings. Most people let their feelings rule. They say, "I don't feel motivated. I don't feel inspired." But your future doesn't care about your feelings. Your future cares about your habits. That person knows this. That person acts when they feel tired. That person shows up when they feel uninspired. And in the process, feelings catch up. Discipline builds momentum. And momentum builds the future. Mini story 2. A woman wanted to lose weight. She kept waiting for motivation. For the perfect mood to exercise. For the perfect time to start. But it never came. Then one day, she decided 10 minutes. No matter what. Just 10 minutes of walking. She did it daily. 10 turned to 20. Walking turned to running. Years later, she ran marathons. Her future had always been visible in her daily little things. Responsibility. Most people hand over their future by blaming. They blame their parents. They blame their bosses. They blame circumstances. But every time they blame, they give away their power. That person, the one who rises, owns the little things. They own their choices. They take responsibility for every minute, every habit, every action. And because of this, they own their future. Fear versus courage. Doubt whispers, "It doesn't matter. Missing one day won't hurt." That's fear disguised as logic. But courage says, every day matters. Every action counts. That person chooses courage. They face the fear of consistency. They face the discomfort of effort. They face the uncertainty of delayed reward. And they win, because their daily little things compound into greatness. Mini story 3. A man dreamed of becoming a speaker. But fear told him, "You're not ready. You'll embarrass yourself." He avoided practice. He called himself lazy. But one day, he decided 5 minutes a day, speaking in front of a mirror. 5 minutes. It looked like nothing. But over months, 5 minutes built confidence. Confidence built skill. Skill built opportunity. Years later, he spoke on stages worldwide. His future had been visible all along in his daily little things. Consistency. This is where most people fail. They try for a week, then stop. They get excited, then fade. They underestimate the power of showing up daily. That person knows the truth. That person shows up even when nobody claps. That person repeats the boring, the ordinary, the invisible. And those repetitions build destiny. Mini story 4. A student wanted to master the piano. Others practiced for hours one week and quit. He practiced 15 minutes every day. Just 15. But he did it for years. And while the others forgot, he mastered. Today, he plays beautifully. His secret? Daily little things. Long-term vision. Most people think short-term. They want results now. They eat for comfort now. They spend for pleasure now. They act for approval now. But the future is not built in the now of feelings, It's built in the now of discipline. That person sees further. They know today's little things create tomorrow's big things. They plant seeds daily, knowing the harvest will come later. Your future is visible in your daily little things. Every meal, every scroll, every choice, every word. They all matter. They all add up. Mini story 5. A young employee wanted a promotion. He thought he had to impress his boss with one big project. But the truth was in the small things: showing up on time, keeping promises, finishing tasks with care. While others slacked on the details, he mastered them. Over time, he became the one people could count on. Years later, when leadership called his name, it wasn't because of one big project. It was because of the little things, repeated daily. Most people, they miss this truth. They want applause now. They want recognition fast. They ignore the small steps because they look boring. They want the spotlight, not the grind. But that person embraces the grind. That person honors the little things no one sees. That person knows the spotlight will come later if the little things are mastered now. Serving others. This is where many futures rise or fall. Most people live only for themselves. They focus on their own gain, their own pleasure, their own comfort. But the future bends toward those who serve. That person chooses to help, to give, to lift others. And in the process, they build relationships, opportunities, trust. Service is built in daily little things: a kind word, a helping hand, a moment of listening. Small gestures. Great futures. Mini story 6. A teacher decided to write one encouraging note a day to her students. Just one sentence each, nothing grand. Years later, her students told her those tiny notes had changed their lives. Many pursued dreams they would have abandoned. Her legacy wasn't built in speeches or big gestures, it was built in daily little things. Most people chase intensity. They want the big transformation. They want to turn their life around in a week. But consistency always beats intensity. That person knows this. That person chooses small, consistent, daily actions over rare bursts of effort. And their future proves it. Mini story 7. A man wanted to get fit. He went to the gym for hours the first week, then quit. Another man went for 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week. A year later, the first man was back where he started. The second man had transformed. His future was visible in his daily little things. Do you see the pattern now? Every success story hides the same secret. Not luck. Not talent. Not a miracle. Daily little things. The routines that seem boring. The choices that seem invisible. The actions that seem too small to matter. They matter. They decide everything. Most people waste decades because they underestimate the little. They think, it's just one day off. It's just one more drink. It's just one more purchase. But life multiplies little decisions. A single brick looks meaningless, but 1,000 bricks build a house. A single word looks small, but repeated daily, words can build or destroy a relationship. Mini story 8. A husband told his wife "I love you" every morning before leaving for work. Just 3 words, every day. Years later, through storms, through struggles, their bond remained unshakable. Not because of one big gesture, but because of daily little things. So here is the dividing line. Most people will never respect the small. They will keep chasing the big. They will keep waiting for luck. They will waste their power. But that person, the one you must become, knows the truth. That person chooses the small with reverence. That person understands that futures are not written in fate, but in habit. And when the day comes, when the world looks at your life, they will call it destiny. They will call it luck. But you will know better. You will know that destiny was visible all along. Visible in every little thing you did, day after day. Your future is visible in your daily little things. Look around you. The life you're living today is not random. It's not an accident. It's not luck or fate. It's the echo of yesterday's little choices. Every morning you rose or slept in. Every moment you focused or drifted. Every word you spoke or swallowed. Every decision, small, invisible, ordinary, built this present moment. And tomorrow will be no different. Tomorrow is already visible in what you choose today. The myth of the big break must die here. You don't stumble into a different future by chance. You don't transform by waiting. You don't rise by accident. You rise because you paid attention to the little things. You fall because you ignored them. That is the law. That is the truth. That is the refrain. Your future is visible in your daily little things. Most people don't want to believe this. They cling to the dream that something dramatic will save them. A new year. A new job. A miracle. But what destroys them is not one catastrophe, it's neglect of the small. It's the ignored alarm clock. The unopened book. The workout skipped. The word left unsaid. Death by tiny neglects. Life wasted by invisible losses. That person, the rare one, sees differently. They know nothing is neutral. They know every action is a seed. They treat brushing teeth, writing notes, keeping promises, taking steps as sacred acts. And because of this, they grow a future others call impossible. But it was never impossible. It was always visible in their daily little things. Mini story 1. A young artist dreamed of success. He waited for inspiration, thinking one masterpiece would change everything. But the breakthrough never came. Until he forced himself to sketch daily. One line. One doodle. One stroke. Over years, those small sketches built skill, confidence, vision. One day, the world noticed. They called him an overnight success. He knew better. His future had been visible in his daily little things. This is your call. Stop waiting for your life to change. Stop pretending the small doesn't matter. It matters more than anything. Because when you control the small, you control the future. And when you neglect the small, you surrender it. Most people will choose neglect. They'll keep scrolling, numbing, excusing. They'll keep hoping luck will save them. They'll waste days. They'll waste decades. But you must choose differently. You must see the invisible. You must honor the ordinary. You must build the future now, in small bricks, with daily little things. Say the refrain out loud, your future is visible in your daily little things. Say it until it burns into your mind. Say it until every choice echoes with it. Mini story 2. A man wanted to repair his marriage. He thought it would take one grand gesture. But what healed the bond wasn't a big surprise or dramatic apology. It was the little things, listening daily, saying thank you, showing up with presence. Over months, the trust returned. Their love grew stronger than ever. The future of their marriage had always been visible in the daily little things. This is the urgency. Today matters. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Today. Because the little things you choose today are already painting your future. Already shaping your destiny. Already deciding who you will become. Your future is not a mystery. It is a mirror. And the reflection is in what you do daily. Picture two lives. One built on neglect, one built on discipline. The first life is scattered, chaotic, unfulfilled. The person always blames laziness, circumstances, luck. They don't realize the truth. They lost the war in the daily little things. The second life looks steady, strong, unstoppable. That person owned every small choice, treated it like destiny, built a future brick by brick. The contrast is brutal. Which one will you be? Most people, they'll nod their heads at this truth, then go back to old habits. They'll keep underestimating the power of the small. They'll keep worshiping the big moment. But that person, the rare one, lives with fire. That person doesn't wait. That person acts. And because of it, their future shines brighter every day. Mini story 3. A young man wanted to master public speaking. Fear told him he wasn't ready. Doubt told him to wait. But he made one tiny habit, reading one page of a speech out loud every morning. Just one page. Over months, his voice grew stronger, his confidence deeper. Years later, he spoke in front of thousands. His future had been visible all along in his daily little things. Mini story 4. A woman wanted to start a business. She kept telling herself she needed more time, more money, more preparation. But instead, she began one small action daily, emailing one potential customer. Just one. Some ignored her. Some responded. Over time, momentum grew. Her business thrived. Not because she waited for the perfect moment, but because she built a future from daily little things. This is your wake-up call. The little things are never little. They are everything. They shape your body, your mind, your relationships, your career, your legacy. They are the seeds of greatness or regret. They are the brushstrokes painting your life's portrait. Repeat it louder. Your future is visible in your daily little things. And now, the climax. You cannot afford to waste another day. You cannot afford to dismiss another choice. You cannot afford to blind yourself to the power of the small. Because the small is the future. And the future is already here. Be that person. The one who sees. The one who acts. The one who treats every small choice as sacred. The one who builds, brick by brick, until the world calls them unstoppable. Most people will watch. They will doubt. They will wait. But you will not. You will rise. You will act. You will own your little things. And because of it, you will own your future. So let this be your anthem, your command, your call to action. Your future is visible in your daily little things. Say it when you wake. Say it when you're tempted to quit. Say it until it becomes your identity. Because one day, when people look at your life, they'll say you were lucky. They'll say you had a breakthrough. They'll say destiny favored you. But you will know the truth. You will know the secret. Your future was visible all along. And you built it, choice by choice, day by day, through daily little things. Be that person. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Today.